are 8 questions that you need to ask yourself before impulse buying. We've all been there, right? You find an item that really does something for you, you click purchase without letting any other thoughts come into your head, and then you're left with an item that you're wondering why you even bought it, why did you spend the money, and now it's sitting in your closet collecting dust. As a former shopaholic, I know this all too well. I totally get it. And over the years of healing all the issues that I have with impulse buying, I have learned 8 core questions that are crucial for me to ask myself before buying literally anything. These questions have not only saved me a ton of money, but they've also saved me a lot of potential guilt and regret. Now, this is a style channel, so I will be referring to clothes throughout this video, but these questions are really applicable to almost any purchase out there. Now, just to help you out a little bit, I did make a free PDF guide that you can grab in the description box down below with all of these questions as well as spaces for answers, so you can print it out or keep it on your phone to refer to the next time that you feel an impulse buy coming on. So grab that in the description box if you are interested, and let's just get right into these questions. So the first question that I like to ask myself is, how many hours of work did I put in to afford this item? Now, these questions aren't in any particular order, but I did want to put this first because many of us are on budgets and it's really important to consider our wallet before we're making a purchase. So before you buy an item, I want you to take a moment and do a little bit of math. Calculate how many hours did you have to work in order to afford this item. So let's say you earn $20 an hour, and let's say the item you want to buy is $200, or maybe the order is $200. That is 10 hours of work. Is that worth it to you? Now, this is definitely not meant to guilt you into not purchasing an item, because our income, our budgets, and the price of the item are completely subjective. 10 hours of work for someone is going to mean something different than 10 hours of work for somebody else. Like, we all live completely different lives. But when you ask yourself this question and you get an immediate no, it's not worth it, I did not work those 10 hours to afford this bag or this shirt or whatever the case may be, then I recommend not purchasing the item. The answers to these questions need to be the final decision for your purchase. What I really like about this question is it transforms something that is already personal, money, into something that is extremely personal, our time and our effort. So this question not only helps curb those impulse buys, but it also just helps foster a better relationship with our money, which is always great. And at the end of the day, it's all about making mindful choices that reflect the value of your time. The next question I encourage you to ask before impulse buying is, do I like the item or do I like the idea of the item? I love this question because it helps dig a little bit deeper into your motivations for wanting the item. Are you being influenced by other people wearing it, or is it evoking some type of aspirational feeling for you? Now, for example, you might be looking at a swimsuit and the model wearing it is on the beach. She's drinking a mojito. She's in like Turks and Caicos or somewhere just absolutely gorgeous. And you might live in Wisconsin and you have no plans for a beach vacation anytime soon. But something is drawing you to the item because it's this what if, like, oh, what if one day I do get to Turks and Caicos? Or like next summer we're planning on doing a beach vacation, or whatever the case may be. This is what it means to like the idea of the item more than the item itself. So when you're trying to distinguish whether you like an item or you like the idea of the item, I want you to ask yourself, does this fit in my current lifestyle and my current plans, or am I gonna have to do a complete 180 lifestyle change just to make this work in my closet? So at the end of the day, I will always encourage you to be honest with yourself about your motivations for actually wanting an item. So the next question I want you to ask yourself is, do I have alternatives available that are similar to this item? So this is a big question for me because I am notorious for buying super duper similar items that have like 1 or 2 details that are different, and I use those details to actually justify the purchase, when in reality, I don't need 400 different white tank tops, right? So this is where I want you to take a step back and look at the items that you already own. Is this item entirely different from anything else you have in your wardrobe, or do you have similar pieces that get the job done? I find that having duplicates in your wardrobe can lead to a really cluttered closet, just because a lot of the times there's one that you like more than the other, and you're reaching towards that one, and the other one's getting no use, and then things are just piling up in your closet. It's just not a good time. And if you do have a similar piece in your collection and it's not satisfying you for whatever reason, ask yourself why. What is this other thing gonna do that this item isn't doing for me? And sometimes the answer is, yeah, this other item is gonna fulfill me more because the material is better, like the color complements my skin better, or whatever the case may be. But these are the nitty-gritty questions you have to ask yourself before actually making the purchase. The next question I want you to ask yourself is, do I have a place for this item? This is really where practicality is coming into play full force. So I want you to consider where this new item is going to live within your closet. If you need every single ounce of upper body strength just to make an inch of room on your rack, I've been there. It might be time for a closet clean out rather than additions. And I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I'm actually working on building a membership right now for people who are looking for just a little bit of extra style support. And in this membership, I'm gonna have things like a closet detox guide, along with seasonal wardrobe guides, daily outfit inspo. I'm also working on a course on how to build a fulfilling and reliable wardrobe. And there's gonna be so much more. Like, I am so excited about this. I'll be making an announcement when it's live. Make sure you're subscribed to my email list if you wanna get all of the news, and keep an eye out for a new style membership coming soon. The next question I want you to ask yourself is, how am I living without this item right now? If you find that there are times that you go into your closet and you're just like, man, I wish I had this one item, like it would perform so well in my closet, it would look so good with my style, I would use it all the time. I think that these are items that definitely have potential to live really well in your wardrobe. But if you just come across something, it excites you a little bit, but you haven't really thought about the role it's going to play in your wardrobe, I recommend letting it rest for a few days and see if you find yourself thinking like, I wish I had this item right now, on multiple occasions. Is it something you're gonna reach towards often, or is it just a one and done and you're never gonna consider it after one time of use? Now, the good thing about working on being a more responsible shopper is you already know how impulse shopping works. Like, you recognize the signs of being an impulse shopper. You know the feelings that are associated with items that you've worn once and never again. And you know the characteristics of items that have sat and collected dust in your closet and the ones that have actually served purpose for you. So this is a really great question to ask yourself before making any type of impulsive purchase. By recognizing the difference, you can make a more informed decision on purchases that are actually going to lead to long-time satisfaction versus ones that are just short-lived pleasure, if that makes sense. The next question I want you to ask yourself is, can I create a minimum of 5 versatile outfits with this item? Versatility is really key for any functional and fulfilling wardrobe. So before you make a purchase, I want you to consider whether an item can be styled in minimum 5 different ways using items that you already have in your closet. I want you to think of different weather, different occasions, and just different life events that you can wear the item. If you want to go even further than just in here, write it down in your notes app or go on Canva and actually make a visualization of it. If you find yourself making a ton of different outfit combinations with a ton of different possibilities, it might be a good addition for you. But if not, then it's probably not worth the investment. Versatility is really important because this is what helps maximize the cost per wear. And this question really helps encourage you to think creatively and also think of the item's fullest potential within your closet. It's not about how it just looks in the moment or how it looks on the model or how it looks in the fitting room. It's about how it's going to serve you in the long run. The next question is, can I wear this between at least 2 seasons? I find that if an item can transition between a minimum of 2 seasons, that is going to maximize, again, its versatility and its wearability. So for example, a lightweight jacket, that's great for spring and fall. A linen dress, that's great for spring and summer. A cashmere sweater, that is great for fall and winter. Like, do you guys see what I'm talking about? I find that having multi-seasonal items in your wardrobe helps reduce that need or that want for excessive shopping, and it helps you get the most use out of your wardrobe. I really like this question because it helps ensure that you're not going to be stuck with pieces that can only be used during a short amount of time during the year. And the last question I want you to ask yourself is, Is this color, is this pattern, is this silhouette something that I will not hesitate to repeat on a regular basis? If you hesitate when asking yourself this question about a specific item, it's probably not a good idea to have it. You want to go for pieces that you can see yourself wearing regularly and of course confidently. I have found that sometimes in the past I will be drawn towards really unique items that are very much like standout pieces. And then once I have them in my wardrobe, I'll be like, well, I already wore that this week. Like I can't wear it next week, or something's wrong. For me, it's just like, oh, I don't want people to see me wearing this twice in 1 week, which is, I know it's stupid. Okay, I know. I'm working on it. I'm in therapy. I got it. But there are 2 solutions to this. The first, if you absolutely love the item, if you've gone through all these other questions and you're good, but it is a very unique or niche item, buy it, wear it as many times as you want, and don't care what other people think. And the other solution is just simply not buying an item that you don't feel like you're going to wear, or you don't feel like you're going to be confident to wear on a regular basis. This is one that took me a really, really long time to learn. Sometimes I still struggle with it, but it is very helpful for me to think, would I be comfortable repeating this as often as possible? All right, you guys, that is the end of the video. I hope that these tips were helpful for you. I hope you can keep them in the back of your mind the next time you feel a little impulse buy coming on. They will definitely help you out if you keep implementing them forever. Leave a comment down below if you have any tips for myself or others when it comes to impulse shopping. I would love to hear about it. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I am so appreciative of your support, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.